Live media, LED screens with broadcast by Highland Dawn Media. Live multi-camera HD video record and live projection to HD LED screen. Live streaming videos simultaneously to websites, YouTube, Facebook. Later on, the same live event is telecast on 1. Nagaland Cornerstone TV, 24/7 online TV channel worldwide. Consistent, professional, reliable Nagaland and beyond media. Hello and welcome to this fortnightly news roundup coming to you on Nagaland and Northeast Cornerstone TV and ECTV News from Highland Dawn Media Studios, Kohima. I am Sekule Nene. We carry this news from our studios in Nagaland via our 24/7 TV website www.northeastcornerstonetv.in and Northeast Cornerstone YouTube. NECTV News is coming to you also through news items sent by the Directorate of Information and Public Relations, IPR Nagaland and others. Over to our news highlights for this fortnightly roundup, May 2019. Tokeho wins Lok Sabha polls in Nagaland by 16,344 votes. Ruling NDPP candidate and sitting MP Tokeho Yaptomi retained Nagaland's lone parliamentary constituency election, ousting opposition Congress candidate KL Chishi by a meager margin of 16,344 votes on Thursday. Unlike other parliamentary elections, where the winners won by a huge margin of a difference of over 1 lakh votes, the 2019 poll witnessed a keen fight between the ruling PDA and Congress candidates. Out of the 10,02,670 votes, Tokeho polled 5,510, KL Chishi polled 4,84,166, out of which 4,81,915 were EVM votes and 2,251 were postal votes. Next, Modi wave takes BJP 8 to 14 seats in Northeast, NDA tally 17. Powered by the Modi wave, the Bharatiya Janata Party BJP was alone set to win 14 of the 25 Lok Sabha seats in 8 northeastern states against 8 in the 2014 polls. With 3 NDA constituents, the Nationalist Democratic Progressive Party NDPP of Nagaland, the Mizo National Front MNF in Mizoram, the National People's Party NPP in Meghalaya winning 3 seats, the tally of National Democratic Alliance NDA would be 17 against 11 in 2014 Lok Sabha polls. On the other hand, the Congress, which had a strong base in all the northeastern states but currently no government under its rule in the region, had won or was set to win only 4 seats, 3 in Assam and 1 in Meghalaya against 8 in 2019. In Assam, the ruling BJP had either won or was leading on in 9 Lok Sabha seats, while the Congress won or had 3 seats this time like in 2014, including Kaliabor, which was won by former Chief Minister Tarun Gogoi's son Gaurav Gogoi. However, All India Women Congress President Sushmita Dev lost her Silchar seat to BJP's Rajdeep Roy. Like outgoing Lok Sabha, the 2 BJP allies, the BPF and the Assam Gana Parishad AGP, would be no representation in the Lok Sabha this time too. The ruling BJP is set to win both the Lok Sabha seats in Arunachal Pradesh, Tapir Gao, Arunachal East, and Kiren Rijiju, Arunachal West. The BJP wrested the Arunachal East from the Congress, while the party retained the Arunachal West constituency. In its maiden victory in Tripura's Lok Sabha battle, the ruling BJP, which in alliance with the Tribal Indigenous People's Front of Tripura wrested power in the state in the 2018 assembly polls, is on the verge of winning both the state's 2 seats. In Manipur, both the Inner Manipur and Outer Manipur seats were wrested by the BJP's Rajkumar Ranjan Singh and Naga People Front's candidate Lorho S. Foze, respectively, from the Congress. In Meghalaya, former Union Minister and National People's Party NPP candidate Agatha Sangma won the Tura Lok Sabha seat, while sitting Congress MP Vincent Pala retained the Shillong seat. Sangma, the younger sister of Chief Minister Conrad Sangma and daughter of former Lok Sabha Speaker late Purno Sangma, defeated her nearest rival and former Chief Minister Mukul Sangma of the Congress by a margin of 63,775 votes. In Sikkim, putting up a stunning electoral performance, the Sikkim Krantikari Morcha (SKM) nominee Indra Hangsuba wrested state's lone Lok Sabha seat from ruling Sikkim Democratic Front, defeating Deg Bahadur Katwal by a margin of 11,585 votes. Next, Sharingain wins Aung Lenden's seat, youngest entrant to NLA. The Nationalist Democratic Progressive Party NDPP candidate Sheringane Longkamer has become the newest and youngest entrant to the current Nagaland Legislative Assembly after securing a comfortable victory over Congress Party's candidate Alam Jongshi by a margin of 6,245 votes in the by-election to 26 Aung London Assembly constituency that was held simultaneously with the Lok Sabha elections. The 37-year-old Sheringane Longkamer was handed over his certificate of election by the Assistant Returning Officer Kyunjeng Karunta at the Deputy Commissioner's Office, Mokokchung. Speaking to media persons after receiving his certificate of election, Sheringane expressed gratitude to the electorate for electing him. Asked if he knew he would win the by-election, Sheringane admitted that he initially had his reservations being a fresh candidate. At the same time, I knew the winning formula. I was confident, he added, and said that God blessed him by creating the right situation. He added that the withdrawal of his candidature by 3 candidates in the run-up to the by-election was the turning point in the contest. He, however, said that he did not expect the winning margin to be this huge, which he said was a surprise to him. The newly elected legislator said that his immediate priority as an MLA would be to coordinate with the district administration and ascertain as while requesting the people to embrace the idea of change that would be brought about, he also requested them to cooperate and coordinate with him. Next, German delegation visits Nagaland. A German delegation headed by the Chargé d'Affaires Dr. Jasper Wick visited the state of Nagaland on 28th and 30th April 2019. According to a press release by the Chief Minister's Office, the delegation included amongst others the German Consul General in Calcutta, Michael Feiner, as well as representatives of KfW Development Bank and the German Organization for International Cooperation (GIZ). Germany is a global partner of the Indian government, particularly with regard to the implementation of the agreed climate targets of Paris and the achievement of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals (SDG). India is the largest recipient of public development funding from Germany. Germany sees India as indispensable for achieving international development and environmental goals. As part of the Indian-German environmental program, German experts deliberately advised those responsible in the Northeast region to maintain and improve the living conditions of the population despite climate change, to prevent rural exodus and to create perspectives for indigenous population groups. The northeastern region and the Himalayas are particularly affected by climate change. On his trip, Dr. Wick met with Chief Minister Nipio Rio and Chief Secretary Tamjan Toy for an exchange about the situation and prospects in Nagaland. Special attention was paid to the official launch of the Forestry and Biodiversity Management project between India and Germany in the Himalayan region component Nagaland. KfW Development Bank is responsible for its implementation. Project partners are the Nagaland State Biodiversity Board and SBB and the Nagaland Forest Department, as well as the Nagaland Environment Protection and Economic Development Agency and EPED. Germany will provide a grant of up to 6.5 million euros for the period from 2019 to 2026 to safeguard biodiversity conservation in selected community conserved areas (CCAS), while at the same time improving the living conditions and income of the local population in peripheral areas of protective forests. The project covers 12 CCAs, around 70 villages and 6 districts in Nagaland, including Woka, Mokokchung, Zinheboto, Kohima, Peren and Pek. German Development Cooperation draws on experience from more than 60 years of successful cooperation and fits into the national and international support for the achievement of Indian climate contributions. Up next, Chief Minister addresses inaugural session of the 28th NSF General Conference 2019. The inaugural session of the 28th General Conference of the Naga Students' Federation was held at Bandari Town, Woka on 9th May 2019. Chief Minister Nagaland, Nipio Rio, in his opening said that the Federation pioneers had struggled hard and faced every obstacle through the most difficult times of the Naga movement to every problems by braving the odds and established the Federation for the future generations. Reminding that the youth and the students' fraternity are the backbone and foundation of all societies in today's world, there is nothing that should not be out of reach for any individual, and the single factor of merit should be the determining reason why a person succeeds, he said. Speaking on the Naga political issues, he said that at the top of the PDA government's agenda is the resolution of the Indo-Naga political conflict. Our people have suffered for too long, and the political conflict had created challenges and hurdles for generations in realizing their ambitions. The government has taken significant steps in playing the role of an active facilitator in the ongoing peace progress so that unity and reconciliation and a final, honorable, inclusive and acceptable settlement comes at the earliest, he stated. He also said that the Nagaland Legislative Assembly unanimously passed resolution recognizing the sacrifices and sufferings of the Nagas nationalists and their families, and said unity amongst all sections, overground and amongst the national organizations is a need of the hour. Nagas are at a crucial juncture in our history. Unless we live in peace and arrive at a political solution, our future may not be bright. We have to make sacrifices by rising above individualism, clanism, tribalism, and instead uphold Nagaism, he added. While on the issue of peace and political solution, it is sad to note that we are unable to find the way forward in unified manner in our civil society movement. From the tribal ho-hos to the women and tribal organizations have not unified platform that will carry the Naga voice in a manner that transcends tribe, districts, state and countries, he stated. The Chief Minister was accompanied by G. Kaito, Minister Agriculture and Cooperative, Pang Yu Pom, Minister Medical, Mahatang Yantan, Advisor Horticulture, Tompang Ozukum, former NSF President and Minister R&B, Monlu Mokikon, Advisor IT, S&T and NRE, and other hosts of dignitaries. Next, State Disaster Management Authority informs. The Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority in an office memorandum informed that in pursuance of pre-monsoon preparedness, there should be a statewide mass social work covering all urban and rural habitations for strengthening awareness and preparedness against any vulnerable disasters during forthcoming monsoon. These guidelines were issued for enforcement for the mass social work all over Nagaland. 1. All clogged drains, culverts, natural waterways are to be identified and cleared to ensure free flow of water to avoid flash floods and damage of infrastructures. 2. Encroachment of drains, waterways, discharge of terrace waters directly on the road surface are to be removed. 3. Undesirable waterloggings to be drained out. 4. Excess rubbish dumps on waterways to be cleared. All departments to take appropriate preventive measures on available infrastructures and to take active participation through respective DDMAs. 6. Department of Rural Development may effectively sensitize and mobilize social work in rural areas through VDBs. At Kohima District Administration, along with District Disaster Management Authority (DDMA), government departments, wards, colonies, and business establishments carried out mass social work in Kohima town area successfully on 4th May 2019. All the 19 wards under Kohima municipal area and subdivisions also conducted the social work led by respective ward or colony chairmen and district administrative officers in their respective areas. During the social work, various departments and district offices designated at different locations carried out their respective assigned works along the main road stretch from NST Garage Junction, Leretil and PSC Office, New Secretariat Complex, Kohima. Nagaland Contractor and Supplier Union assisted the mass social work in disposing the garbage with their dumpers, JCBs and manpower from Tinpati Til Secretariat area. Likewise, according to reports and photos sent by DIPR, statewide mass social work was conducted at Mon Town, Kifiri, Mokokchung District, Parent District, Duntamboto District, Pek Town, Tuinsang District, Woka, Pugobuto, Changtongya Town, Shamator Town, Longkim Town, Tening under Parent, Tsemenyu Subdivision, Bandari Town, and Medzipima Subdivision. Next, bridging the gap through sports. An Intergovernment College Olympics 2019 with the theme Bridging the Gaps was held at Kohima College, Kohima on 2nd May 2019. 13 contingents from various colleges across the state participated in the Olympics 2019. Assistant HODs, officials and village heads attended this first ever Olympic game organized by the Higher Education Department. Minister for Higher and Technical Education and Chief Patron Temjan Imna Along, speaking at the inaugural event, said that the students are the future of our people and the circumstances in which we live today is just the foundation in which we need to build a stronger future for our people. He added that the excellent performances by the Kohima College students shows that they have not given up to any kinds of negative circumstances surrounding them, but are determined to bring about peace, progress and development. He said that Nagas may be small in number but are brave and hardworking people, and that we should infuse our attitude of positivity and progress throughout the nation. Advisor Rural Development Dr. Nikesa Lenikikere in his short speech said that sports and skill development are equally important as education. Therefore, he urged the youth to remember who they are, and if they are particularly skillful in some certain fields, they should not hesitate to focus on that particular field and pursue it. The youth should not only opt for government services, hence the young kids should go out and explore and bring new opportunities in the state. Kire also urged the youth to always keep the 3 Ds in mind: dedication, determination, and discipline, which will help them to shine and prosper in their future. Commissioner and Secretary, Higher Education Dinesh Kumar, IAS, congratulated the minister for his innovative idea of having this inter-college Olympic, which will give opportunities to students for excelling in the field of sports. Next, CM donates 2 JCBs to Kifire. Through a small function, the Pastors Union dedicated 2 JCBs that were given to Kifire by Chief Minister Nipio Rio. Kifire is one of the worst affected districts during monsoon, and shortage of JCBs used to delay the disaster management activities. Taking note of the special difficulty of Kifire, Chief Minister through NSDMA awarded 2 JCBs to Kifire, especially for 2 areas, Pungro and Seochung, often cut off during monsoons. Next, Naga Adolescent Girls Club Felicitation Program held at Kohima. Under the theme Be Focused, Be Bold and Dream Big, a felicitation program for NAGC was held on 8 May 2019 at Christ King Higher Secondary School, Kohima, organized by State Resource Center for Women SRCW. In her address, Chairperson NSSWB Bano Vinito congratulated the students and teachers for their achievement. She said education is not just about textbooks, but it's beyond. One needs to have a big mind and to carry "I can do it" attitude to achieve success in life. Altogether, 7 schools attended the felicitation program: Christ King School, TM Higher Secondary School, Oking Christian School, Modern School, Major Higher Secondary School, Bayava High School, and Mewi Higher Secondary School. Up next, experiential marketing training on event planning and management. Experiential marketing, the first such workshop and training on event planning and management in the state, was held at Arsempa, Jotoma on 9th May 2019 with resource persons, founder and director, the Ignite Enterprise, Ignite Infotainment Private Limited, Saju I. Ignatius. One of the pioneers in event management in India, Ignatius shared about the initial stages of event planning in the country and also how the power of experience has given rise to experiential marketing. He stated that event management is a creative combination of arts, science, and commerce. It is as professional and large as any of these fields, and added that it is the art of ideation and creativity. Ignatius said that event managers have to be crisis managers because when something goes against what was being planned, the event manager has to handle it, and that is what will differentiate between a good and a bad event manager. Some notable projects by him include Michael Jackson India Concert, Filmfare Awards, Femina Miss India Pageants, IFA Awards, Delhi Commonwealth Games Ceremonies, EVC Festival, amongst many others mega productions. Project Director Music Task Force Hovital Sotu said that the training was organized so that events of music, tourism, industry, and also social events in the state could be more well managed and organized. The 2-day workshop on experiential marketing is organized by the Ministry of Youth Resources and Sports. Next, mathematics training at Kifire. Mathematics training was held at Kifire at DC's Conference Hall, Kifire, on 9th May 2019 with Rupesh Gesota, a mathematics coach from Mumbai. Participants from every school under Kifire attended the program. The training for Kifire district is organized by the District Education Officer Kifire for the welfare of students community and in order to give quality education to the younger generation. Next, books distribution for library at Kifire. The program of distribution of library books for the Kifire district was held at Deputy Commissioner's Office Conference Hall on 9th May 2019. The program was organized by the District Education Officer Kifire in collaboration with Sharhahite DLSA Kifire and Nagaland State Legal Service Authority organized a project paper on Bridge Connecting India through Libraries for students of Government Higher Secondary School Kifire. Additional Deputy Commissioner Kifire, Rennie Wilfred IAS, in his short speech stated that books issued to the libraries are very important for the remote areas for enhancing one's knowledge. He thanked DEO Kifire for undertaking different programs for Kifire and also encouraged the students to read books and share their experience. Books were distributed to 5 schools under Kifire. Earlier, Prem Prakash KAL Group based in Dimapur and partners of Sarahite stated that they are targeting to open libraries all over India and complete it within 2020. Next, SCERT to conduct school leadership development training. State Council of Educational Research and Training SCERT Nagaland will be conducting a 1-month certificate course on school leadership development for school heads of government secondary schools starting from 14th May 2019. The main objective of the program is to build a perspective on school leadership and a vision for change and improvement. The program will enable the participants to acquire knowledge, skills, and attitudes inbuilt in the following 7 key areas. 1. Perspective on school leadership. 2. Developing self. 3. Transforming teaching-learning process. 4. Building and leading teams. 5. Leading innovations. 6. Leading partnerships. And 7. Leading school administration. Next, TR Ziliang addresses third day of NSF conference. The third day of the 28th General Conference of the NSF featured cultural regale on 10th May 2019 with the Leader of Opposition NLA, TR Ziliang, as the special guest. Ziliang said the NSF as a conglomeration of young and upcoming leaders should make it a tradition to focus on the core issues of any given problem and abstain from politicizing genuine issues with vested interests. Referring to Naga political issue and citizenship amendment bill, he lamented that even after signing of the framework agreement between GOI and NSCN, GPRN, which is now joined by 7 NNPGs, the issue has not come to a conclusion. Nevertheless, he added, the role of the Naga Students Federation in keeping our people emotionally and socially integrated deserves appreciation and expressed hope that the NSF will not shy away from the Naga political issue, which alone, according to him, will decide the destination of the Nagas. CAB is an important issue for the Naga people in particular and the indigenous people of the Northeast India in general, and therefore the NSF should take the lead in raising such issues and continue to fight till the last minute of success, he also added. Speaking on the issues of rights of indigenous people and illegal immigrants infiltrating in the state, he stressed that there are a lot of talks about improving the ILP regulations to safeguard the rights of our indigenous people from illegal immigrants. However, this mission cannot be successful unless Naga youth are trained in skill development and start working with dignity of labor from the grassroots level of the corporate level. The special guest was accompanied by Dr. Chumban Murray, Engineer Picto Shohe, MLA, YM Yolo Konyak, MLA Muatoshi Longcomer, MLA, and other hosts of dignitaries. Cultural competitions of folk dances, folk songs, and other folk items between the NSF federating unit were the other main events of the day. The valedictory session also saw the election of a new team of members for the tenure 2019 to 2021, where Ninoto Awomi was elected as president and Liremo Kikon was elected as the general secretary. The remaining team was made up by Deve Yano Angami as the vice president, Suponi Pilo as the assistant general secretary, Kegwayun Tep as secretary education and statistics, Yimlanger Au as secretary social and cultural, and Rite Kuto as speaker. Next, Chief Secretary holds meeting on roads with line departments. Chief Secretary Nagaland, Temjen Toy IAS, held a coordination committee meeting with all the line departments involving with National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation NHIDCL on 13th May 2019 at Chief Secretary's Conference Hall, Kohima. The Chief Secretary mentioned that the main objective of coordination meeting was to coordinate with all the stakeholders and together solve issues and problems faced by the line departments while carrying out development activities, particularly on road construction works by NHIDCL in the state. He said, lack of coordination between different departments is the main hindrance in obstructing the work progress in our state. Keeping this concern in mind, he urged the departments not to blame on each other, instead find a solution to settle the issue at the level of HODs. He also asked the General Manager Projects to keep updating about the work progress to the department and Chief Secretary's office on regular basis. During the meeting, issues relating to finalization of alignment, land acquisition, land and other compensation, shifting of utilities and forest clearance were the main points of discussion, where the assistant HODs and DCs highlighted the status of their respective departments and districts where NHIDCL works are being undertaken. Assistant HODs and DCs attended the meeting. Let's take a short break and we'll be right back. Live media LED screens with broadcast by Highland Dawn Media. live multi-camera HD video record and live projection to HD LED screen, live streaming videos simultaneously to websites, YouTube, Facebook. Later on, the same live event is telecast on 1. Nagaland Cornerstone TV, 24/7 online TV channel worldwide. Consistent, professional, reliable Nagaland and beyond media. Up next, one-day NSLSA consultative meet with media at Kohima. One-day consultative meet with media under the aegis of Nagaland State Legal Services Authority NSLSA was held on 11th May 2019 at Hotel Jafu, Kohima. Delivering the keynote address, NSJ Member Secretary NSLSA Mezivole T. Tere stated that Legal Services Authority Act 1987 has created legal services authority at the national, state and district level primarily with an aim to provide legal services to the weaker and marginalized sections of the society. Appreciating the media fraternity, Mezivole said that in Nagaland, media has helped in converging the entire state with easy accessible information in exposing certain ill and corrupt practices in the government sector, feeds the general mass and the public on information that public could often be unaware of, mobilizing social activism and journalist activism, helping passing information on gender equality and trying to bridge the gap of many issues. Stating that media has been serving all types of professions, which is the lifeline of social growth, and added that if media fails to function, 80% of the objective of the people would not be served. Adding that media is the mirror of what is happening in our state. Without news, people will not be able to know what is happening around. She thanked the media fraternity for partnering with the Department of Legal Services Authority LSA. President Nagaland Press Association H. Chishi said that out of ignorance about the legal issues, there are many misconceptions about the judiciary system, not only in the state but in the country as a whole, where people taking the law in their own hands without trial before the court's verdict. He also exhorted the participants that it is high time to be honest and fearless in fighting against the corruption and crime, as we are the voice of the people, he said. He urged the participants to understand each other through this meeting and to strengthen the judiciary and the journalism in the state. The meeting was chaired by Project Director NSLSA Limasan Lalongkomer. The resource persons were Keshali Chishi, Principal District and Session Judge and Chairperson DLSA Kohima on judicial proceedings. Salient features Takamasa, Senior Advocate Guwahati High Court, Kohima Bench on rights, privilege and liabilities of the media journalism, and Akito Jimomi, Advocate Guwahati High Court, Kohima Bench on law of defamation or right to privacy. Up next, Himato inaugurates State Food Laboratory to Level 2 Laboratory at Kohima. Principal Secretary and Commissioner Food Safety, Health and Family Welfare I. Himato Jimomi graced the inaugural function of State Food Laboratory to Level 2 Laboratory on 14th May 2019 at the State Public Health Laboratory, Kohima. Speaking on the occasion, Himato said that the state is fortunate to be installing the State Food Laboratory Level 2, which is equipped with high-end equipment of the best quality, which will give high accuracy results. He said that entrepreneurs in food business can now come to the lab for food analyzing before selling their products in the market, since there was a penalty for adulterated foods sold to the public, and requested them to comply with the food safety rules. Principal Director and Additional Commissioner Food Safety, Health and Family Welfare Dr. Vicky Losche, who also spoke in the program, said that the State Public Health Laboratory Department is progressing step by step from its dormant stage to become the first state in the entire Northeast to be installed with the State Food Laboratory Level 2 today, to which he called it unique, and we should be proud of it, he added. Dr. Losche also added that fishes with formalin, which was once sold in our markets, should be a lesson for us to check such menaces, and called upon the department to be vigilant of such food. Next, dire need for proper waste management in the state capital. Just a week after the statewide mass social work, the sight and smell that greets the office goers in and around the new capital complex, Kohima, especially the road leading towards the Directorate of Labor, is definitely not a pleasant one. A person who is new to Kohima and state capital would be shocked and appalled at the sorry state of affairs when it comes to waste management in and around the new capital complex area, which houses the offices of all the high-ranking officials of the state, inclusive of the elected representatives. Take, for example, the road leading to the Directorate of labor, which is now too narrow for 2 cars to pass because of the garbage dumped there. The smell that greets you while crossing that road is enough to encourage one to skip a few meals for the day, and those with weight issues would definitely benefit from visiting the area on a regular basis. However, on a more serious note, the need for a proper waste management system in the state capital has never been greater, and the concerned authority, in collaboration with the citizens themselves, must come up with a proper workable action plan and implement it at the earliest if indeed Kohima is to become a smart city with smart people striving towards a cleaner and greener Kohima. Next, mobile app to be introduced to bring visible transparency in school education. Under the initiative of the Department of School Education, a state-level sensitization of district personnel on community mobilization and training was held at Capital Convention Center, Kohima on 15th May 2019. Principal Secretary School Education and SCERT, Manukol John, delivering his keynote, expressed happiness over the slight improvement of 43% pass percentage in the HSLC examination compared to 40% last year in government schools. He added that even at the higher secondary sector, the government schools have done fairly well, and especially at the commerce level, government schools have performed much better than the private institutions in terms of pass percentage. John stated that mobile app will be introduced next month in all the schools, where through the app, various activities will be uploaded by the respective schools from all districts across the state. He said the mobile app will help in the visibility of implementing various activities at the elementary, secondary, and higher secondary level. He therefore urged all the participants to take full use of the mobile applications in order to bring visible transparency in the activities of every district. Director School Education Wontungo Topoi, speaking at the program, stated that school is a managerial society where the prosperity of school reflects the prosperity of the society. He further said that the teacher's duty is not only going to the classroom but goes beyond in identifying the children's lack of motivation, their level of aspiration, and language problems. Teachers have to play a role as a mentor, guide, and as a parent to their students in a way of inculcating their reading habits and giving a special tuition after school hours, he added. He remarked that looking back at the history of education system, earlier teachers were not as qualified as today, but they were more committed in their call of profession, whereas today teachers are highly qualified but lack commitment, which is a great concern. Up next, DC Dimapur analyzes results of government schools. Concerned about the poor performance of Dimapur government schools in the recently declared HSLC and HSSLC examinations as compared to the private institutions, Deputy Commissioner Dimapur Keveka Kevin Zehol conducted a meeting of all the principals, headmasters or headmistress of government schools under Dimapur district for result analysis on 17th May 2019 in DEO's office Dimapur. In the meeting, DC Dimapur complimented the few schools who fared well and impressed upon the poor performing schools to pull up their socks and do their homework properly in the coming years. Reminding them that the best paid government employees are the teachers, Kevin urged upon them to perform the duties with a missionary commitment as it concerns the future of the younger generation. He further reminded them that they are the fortunate ones to be posted at Dimapur and cautioned them not to take things for granted but to deliver justice in their assigned tasks. Next, spot verification to International Trade Center DAN Pangsha. Team of officers from the Department of Industries and Commerce, Nagaland Industrial Development Corporation NIDC, Administration, Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise MSME, Ministry, Government of India, village authorities went for spot verification to International Trade Center DAN Pangsha, led by Commissioner and Secretary Litrongla G. Chishi IAS on 16th May 2019. The team verified the feasibility of establishing a hut at International Trade Center Pangsha and various other aspects for the growth and development of the trade center. The Commissioner and Secretary advised the villagers to be more proactive and get themselves prepared for all kinds of trading activities. Up next, Emergency Response Support System ERSS in Nagaland. Emergency Response Support System ERSS, the vision of the Ministry of Home Affairs MHA, is a pan-India single emergency response number 112 for all kinds of emergencies and distress calls across the country, providing a 24/7 efficient and effective response system. ERSS in Nagaland, an Emergency Response Center ERC, more commonly referred to as PSAP, Public Safety Answering Point, where all the distress calls made to 112 are received, has been set up in the state capital Kohima at the State Police Control Room SPCR. Also, 3 district coordination centers DCC from where all the assistance needed will be dispatched to have been set up in the districts of Kohima, Dimapur and Mokokchung. Next, Governor felicitates rank holders. A presentation ceremony of Governor's Award to the toppers, subject toppers in MIL and skill education subjects, and felicitation of rank holders of the HSLC and HSSLC examinations 2019 by the Governor PB Acharya was held at the Raj Bhavan on 21st May 2019. Nichute Dulo, CEO Entrepreneurs Association Kohima, in his exhortation mentioned that the youth should start imagining and building another world that is the entrepreneur world. Times have changed and so has the market. He also told the children not to regard Nagaland as a landlocked state but as a land-linked state and to grab the opportunity and seek out into the business world. India as a country and Nagaland as a state desperately needs entrepreneurs and therefore they should become assets and revenue generators of the state. Editor-in-Chief Nagaland Post, Geoffrey Yadden, encouraged the students by telling them that any inspiration should be followed by action and that they should not give in to complacency and procrastination because these two things are everyone's enemies that does not help one to move forward. Nagaland has one of the highest rate of government employees in the country because people in the state believe that it is only the government that can provide for the well-being of the state. This dominance of government culture should change through the youth encouraging themselves in taking up entrepreneurship. Yadden added that the children should always have a backup plan while setting their goals and that they should learn to be their own teacher. Goals, perseverance, and strategy were 3 things that guided him and which he said might also help them. Governor of Nagaland PB Acharya in his speech said that there is a growth in unemployment in the state and this problem can be solved when the youths opt for entrepreneurship rather than running after government jobs. The governor also pointed out that for Nagaland to develop the infrastructures of all schools, both government and private, in all the districts must improve equally. He also encouraged the students to work hard and to be an asset to their society and their state. Government also harped on the importance of entrepreneurship and stated that jobs in the government sector has reached a saturation point. Acharya further added that students should acquire new skills to equip themselves for being more competitive in outside job market in private sectors. The NBSC award of Rs 25,000 each to the toppers were sponsored by SBI Kohima branch under corporate social responsibility. Up next, SAYO cleans Zuka Valley to make it plastic-free zone. The careless disposal of plastic waste in and around Zuka Valley over the years have not only become an eyesore but also greatly endangers the pristine environment. To protect and preserve the Zuka Valley, Southern Angami Youth Organization is undertaking a 3-day social work to clean up the area from 21st to 23rd May 2019. SDO Civil Jakama Alam Yapang Longchar, lauding the initiative of SAYO, said that while the government has declared the ban on plastics, it is on the public to implement it and added that for plastic ban to be successful, each person need to play their part. The SAYO president, Zakileto Tsukru, informed that in order to enforce strict compliance of a plastic-free Zuku, the 2 entry point of Southern Zuku will be manned. Next, skills seminar and job fair at Mon. The district administration, Mon, is organizing a 1-day skills seminar and job fair on 28 May 2019 at Mon Town Council Hall at 10 a.m. in collaboration with the Department of Labor and Employment, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of Nagaland. All 21 empaneled training partners of the Department of Labor and Employment, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of Nagaland, aimed at implementing of skill development training and recruitment program under PMKVY scheme of the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of India for the unemployed youth of Nagaland will be present at the seminar. This is the first time such an event is happening anywhere in Nagaland. The sectors are tourism and hospitality, beauty and wellness, food processing, telecom, retail, aviation, IT and ITES, apparel, home furnishing, media and entertainment, logistics, electronics and hardware, healthcare, agriculture, furniture and fitting and construction, etc. The training program is completely free of cost and is sponsored by the government under the PMKVY scheme. With that, we come to the end of our fortnightly news roundup from Nagaland and Northeast Cornerstone TV, news from Highland Dawn Media Studios, Kohima. See you soon after a fortnight and goodbye for the time being.